Eclipse here, and once you install the Eclipse, it will create the Eclipse IDE for you, and you are just clicking mm, Eclipse IDE here. Okay, so it's showing the issue of what the Eclipse again. So I'm choosing a Eclipse version. Is saying that JVM is not suitable for this product. Version 11 or greater is required. Okay, so which already I have. Let me check. I have n number of Java versions, and that's why I'm find a trouble here to install the Eclipse here. So let me sort it out this problem also. So this is my program files, and if you see, this is a Java, and I have JDK 11, JDK 1.8, JRE 1.8 here. Okay, so I have to start my Eclipse. So there are two different Eclipse version I have. So I'm just deleting it and looking for the Eclipse version here. So let us check. So under program files or under user. So there is a Eclipse. I have to check the Eclipse installation part here. Yeah, I'm getting this, and no, not yet. So I'm just double clicking here. So it will start my installer. Once I download, it will start my installer, and Eclipse will install accordingly. And before that, you have to check your uh, Java version. Otherwise, it will create a trouble, and you have to install the Eclipse again and again. So you have to set up accordingly. So just I'm showing, I'm clicking on the second option and clicking on install part. So it will take 2 minutes to install. So wait for a minute. So it's looking for program files, Java, JDK 11.0, and he got that particular link. And this is my installation folder: user Eclipse JEE 2021 and 123. Okay. So once the installation get complete, then it will show the launch button here. And in launch button, you are going to launch your Eclipse. So here, these are the steps you are supposed to do here. Okay, so let us understand what we are going to learn today. Okay, after installation. So let us work on that. So we are going to understand the practicals, various practicals on dependency injection and the constructor injection here. Okay, and these are the notes which I explained in last session. What is a Spring framework? Okay, and what are the different models Spring has? Okay, so these are the different models Spring have. Okay, and these are the features. So this is a question the people are asking, so I'm going to share this entire notes soon, today itself, and after finishing this session I'm going to install bring give that particular notes here. So this is a Spring model, and this question they ask for 10 marks in theory, and we are going to understand today is what is inversion of control, IOC. Okay, and then some practicals we are going to do on aspect oriented, and some practicals we are going to do on JDBC using Spring, and some practical we are going to use called as a Spring Boot here. Okay, so if you look at that, yesterday I explained what is the modules the Spring has, and these are the various modules Spring have. And if you see, this is a data access integration, web integration, aspect oriented programming, and core beans and context and expression. It's a SPL, a spatial expression language. And these are the JUnit testing where you are supposed to test your application here. Okay, so what we are using this whenever we create any kind of the application. Okay, so you are going to use some part of what this framework. Okay, and this framework has a container. The core container is known as a IOC container. So I am going to show you the IOC here. So this is introduction to IOC container, and this term we are using, that is inversion of control. So the second question in theory people may ask, what is inversion of what the controller? Okay, see, previously what you people are doing, you are creating a class and creating an object and calling a respective method. Okay, so there is a tight coupling, or you can say it's a one kind of joining where your class and the functions are putting together inside the single unit called as a class. Okay, so there is no loose coupling वहाँ नहीं है, जिसकी वजह से there are a lot of limitations we people have, and that's why Spring comes with that. And the popular uh, feature of Spring is decoupling of the execution of tasks from its implementation. So this is inversion of control is a principle in software engineering which transfers the controls of object or portions of program to a container or framework we most use in a context of object-oriented programming. So we are going to learn these two factory. One is bin factory and another is application contacts factory. So let us launch this Eclipse here. So I'm just clicking on Eclipse, and Eclipse is starting here, and I'm going to show the example which is run on bin factory and which is run on application contacts. Okay, so let us understand the Spring Practical 1. Okay, so I'm just starting. So we are going to use a step number 1, that is loading the jar files. Okay, so I already kept that jar file in my Google Drive. Okay, and I share those Google Drive in WhatsApp. Okay, so I'm again sharing right now. So let me show where that particular Spring file are available. So I'm just clicking on my Google Drive and looking for the Spring library here. Okay, so this is my Spring library. Okay, and I'm looking for this Spring library which has these three, one, two, three, four, the four jar files. So I'm sharing this entire link here. So I'm sharing this link so people can download it. So I'm using copy this link so people can use this. Anyone with the link can view and download it. So we are not supposed to the people can download it here. Let me check if I'm sharing it. Okay, I'm copying and download. Anyone can here they can see the link here. So I'm just putting the this downloading where you are supposed to download the library. Okay, so these are the keep quiet please. So these are the libraries we are supposed to download here. And so I'm creating the Eclipse workspace. So I'm choosing my workspace as a Spring Practical here. Okay, so here in Mac data, so I have the Spring tutorial, and within that Spring tutorial, I'm going to put all the practicals here. So I'm just clicking on the launch part. So it will start my entire application. So once you start the Eclipse, okay, so what you are going to add, how to add the Spring library here. I'm showing how to add the Spring library, okay, or before loading, or you can say loading the library here, Spring library. So that is my step one. So I'm just showing this is my step one. Okay, so I'm creating the library here. Okay, and we are adding those library. Okay, so if you see my Eclipse is started here, so I'm choosing my new web project. So here I'm clicking, and there is a simple Java project I supposed to create. So I'm creating a project here and clicking on create project part. So everything is record. You don't need to bother about whether the steps. If you are missing, you can see the recording. So I'm choosing a Java project. So there is an option called as a create project, and you are choosing a Java project from it and clicking on next here. So I'm just using the wizard here. So you can choose from file new, and whenever you are using, then you see you are selecting file new option, and from that new you are creating the new project here. So if I'm using file new, again I'm repeating, and there is a new project here. So new project part you are going to use, and selecting the either or you are using this new file project or you are creating this. Then select Java project, click on next, and here you are writing a project name. So after creating the new project, write a project name as a give any name to your project here. Okay, so I'm for example I'm writing this is my Spring Practical one, so I'm choosing a Spring Practical. Okay, one here. So these are the steps which I'm using and showing here. Please understand, this is very important. and you are going to follow this. Okay, so I'm creating my project. I'm writing my project name as a Spring Practical one. Okay, so today I'm going to show a different five practicals. Click on next, and I'm selecting my standard edition of 11. By default, it is get selected. So I'm clicking on next. So it will bring the environment of all the folders uh, here we are using. So leave don't create any kind of what the model, neither you open any kind of what the perspective here. Okay, so here don't create any kind of model. Okay, from a model dialog box occurred. Okay, model dialog box are occurred, and if you are using this dialog box, you don't create any module from a dialog box. So I am not creating here. So please pay attention. So I'm just clicking on my Spring Practical and pressing right click, and I'm choosing something called as a build path here. Okay, so if you see this particular screen, and I'm using my print screen part here. So let me show. I'm pressing right click and new option from build path, and I'm just choosing a configured build path here. Okay, so if you see, this is my configured build path. Pressing right click, build path, and configure build path here. Okay, so here I'm showing a configure build path screenshot here, so you can choose those options from here. I'm sharing these entire steps, so you don't need to bother about, because by using these steps you are allowed to use add any kind of learn. These steps n number of times for each practical, you are going to repeat these steps here. So I'm just choosing, because every time you are going to add the library here. So in your practical time and exam time also, you are supposed to add those library which is situated or stored inside your local machine. Okay, जो आप डाउनलोड करोगे उसका कुछ नाम दे दो आप, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमने जो गूगल ड्राइव दिया है, ओके, आपके व्हाट्सएप पे, और उससे जब आप डाउनलोड करोगे, ओके, सो व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग अ डाउनलोड फ्रॉम दैट व्हाट्सएप लिंक, ओके, विच आई शेयर राइट नाउ, तो यहाँ से आपको ये पूरा चारों लाइब्रेरी आपको डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा. यू जस्ट क्लिक हियर एंड चूज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज अ डाउनलोड हियर. ओके, and download those library, and that library is get created, okay, somewhere in your download folder. So it's creating zipping file. You unzip it, okay, and once you unzip it, then it will generate this folder, and this folder which I already created, and these are the folder, uh, jar file, common login, and the Spring Framework 1, 2, and 3. So these are the three folders we supposed to add here. So I'm just choosing a Spring library here. I'm giving a Spring library as a folder, and I'm just adding it. My common, in the common jar file I'm adding here. Okay, wait. तुम्हाला खेळायचं असेल तर इकडे येऊन खेळा, मजा बिजा करायची. If you are attending my class, be serious. So here I'm using a Spring tutorial again, and I'm just moving my common files to understand where I place my all the libraries. So this is the first library. Second library is a jar files that also available in Spring library here, and third is my Spring framework. Okay, distribution kit. So these are the three things I required to run any Spring application here. So all frameworks are downloaded here. So now I'm going to add this here. Okay. So this is very important. So I'm pressing a right click and choosing a build path and choosing a configuration build path. It will provide me a this dialog box. So within this dialog box, I'm going to choose a library tab here. So please understand this is very important. So this is my library tab, which I am creating right now. Okay. And that library tab uh, is you are not supposed to add library in a module path. You are going to add the library in your class path here. So please remember you are going to add this library into what the class wants. So add all the library which you downloaded. Okay, and that is a step number 4, I can say. Okay, as the sub part. So here I am writing add the library. Okay, add all external library of jar under class. Okay, refer following screenshot. तो यहाँ पे मैं screenshot place कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so here I supposed to show keep quiet. So under this, I'm going to add my all the jars, and this is my first jar I'm going to add from my Spring library, and that is common login. So I'm adding these two jar here, so it get added here. Same thing I'm going to repeat for other two jars. So I'm just clicking here, okay, and looking for this jar file. That is a common login jar. Third jar I'm going to add by choosing class path again, and that Spring distribution library here. So this is our Spring distribution libs, and under that I'm going to add all those libraries. So once all libraries are get added under a class path, okay, so you are going to make it available these entire libraries inside the class path. Okay, and once it's add, then your entire application is ready for running a Java. So I'm just clicking on apply and close. So my all extended library are coming here as a reference library. Okay. Yesterday I'm find trouble in last session to use this looking for the particular I can say the option which is not available in NetBeans. Okay, so I'm searching it inside the NetBeans, which is not a right practice. So that's why I decided initially, if you people are new to this environment, so I should share all the steps where the people can follow these steps and add those libraries. Okay. So now the second steps which I'm talking about. So the step one I completed, I add all those stuffs. Okay. So now I'm going to create my class as a step two. So I'm just creating the class as a step two here. So I'm going to create my class. So whatever the object you are using this, after adding that, you are going to create a class. Okay. So all installation is completed here. So I'm not going to repeat the installation. So this is my installation of the Spring, and now I'm returning back to my IOC container, and here I'm doing this n number of practical errors. So this is a demo practical which I'm using here, and after loading all necessary library, okay, of Spring, okay, refer your Spring installation, huh? Installation notes. So I'm going to create a class here. So a second step here, I'm creating a class. Creating a class for entity. Any entity I'm going to create. So I'm creating the student class here. Okay. For example, I'm creating a student class with a data member, roll number, and the roll number and name. Okay. So these are the two data member I supposed to create inside the student class, and I'm going to set the property. So set the property for the same as well. Okay. So I'm just using a set property for each data member as well. Okay. So I'm setting the property and then writing the function for the same, and then I'm going to create create the XML file here. So if you see the step 3, so they are saying create the XML file that provide the value here. So I'm creating the XML file that provide a value, provide the values for a data member here. Okay, and then after that, once I create the XML file, then I'm going to create a state class. So create a state class to uh, create a state class to test the bin, okay, which you define in XML. Okay, I'm going to create a test class. So these are the 4 steps, and in step 5 we are running those class. Okay, so we are creating the test class, and the step 5 we are running those class. So let me follow. I'm going to follow these entire steps. Okay, every time. So run the test class. So these are the 5 steps we are supposed to use. So let us move to the Eclipse again. So I'm using this, I already added. So I'm going to create a class by choosing a Spring New and creating a class here. So I'm giving a package name as a com.hire. So you can give any package name, but the class name is a student here. So I'm creating a class called as a student. It's get created student.java. So I'm just increasing the font size. So give me a time to set the properties of Java doc. So I'm using in general, I'm using editor here. So looking for editor and content type, and there is a font under editor. So there is a text editor, and there is a color and font. So I'm choosing my text font, editing here, and increasing the 16 as a font size. So you guys can easily see, okay, this class. Or otherwise, if you want more, then I'm increasing the font size again. So Windows preference, and okay, color and fonts we I already have. I'm clicking on edit part and increasing, instead of 18 I'm increasing to 20 here. So now I'm using a private data member as a string name here, and then private data member as a int age here. Okay, so this is my two data member, and I'm using a getter and setter to generate the property. So I'm selecting all, so it will generate and create the property of set age and get age here. Okay, get name, set name, and get age, set age. So all these are property are available right now. Okay, so if you look at this property, if you want to use this property for initialization, you can use set. If you want to print a property for printing purpose, then you choose get here. So I'm choosing display void. So I'm writing a display information here. So this is my display information where I supposed to print my student name here. So I'm choosing student out dot println here. Okay, and writing that name equal to, I'm choosing the object, the data member name here, and I'm going to print my system.out.println here. Okay, and age equal to and plus age. So this is simple printing function. So this is my class or called as an entity, and I'm going to create the bean of what this class. Okay, so Java bean मुझे create करना है इसका. It's actually bean only when you are creating any class inside a Java. If you want to use this as a component, then it become a bean here. I explained yesterday. So bean is nothing but a Java component which is created as a class here. Okay, so here I'm once I create here, so I'm just clicking on the new file and I'm going to create my XML file. So you are looking for a XML file, so just click on this part and looking for a XML file here. So you are simply using a XML file. So it's required. You can give any name here. So my name of XML file, I n number of beans I'm going to create. So I'm choosing beans dot what XML here. So please understand, this is very important. Once you know how to create the bean XML file, then only you are going to use the beans here. Okay, and the respective library you are using there. Okay, so let me show the sample copy of bean I have. Okay, तो मेरे पास bean की sample copy है. Okay, and if you see my Spring practical, which I have a bean copy for the same. Okay, so if you why I'm using this, 1 minute, I will take from, because I don't know about the all the libraries which is used in the Spring. So let me show that the copy of what the Spring here. Okay, I'm just copying and I will share this with you people. Okay, so this is my Spring copy here. So looking for the, okay, so looking for those XML file. So I'm just copying this part. Okay, I'm interested in this part here. So please keep in mind, you are not going to do once I install the all those stuff. So Spring will provide this library also. I don't have library right now, so that is the reason I need to create all those stuff here. So I'm going to use the property and the bean here. Okay, so this is my beans and I'm going to create my beans. So this is my initial file. You keep this aside, so every time when you need this XML, you don't need to bother about what library is on fetching online from the XML. So these are the something called as a CDN. Okay, so it is always required in Node.js, AngularJS, React.js. CDN is nothing but it's a common data network information which is kept in some website, and from there you are fetching those libraries. Are you getting me? So all those libraries are available under wspringframe.org and w3.org. So all the necessary informations are fetching from there, and that's why you people must know this XML file design here. So I'm just copying it, and you give any name to what that XML. It is not compulsory to use the give us the same name here. So I'm choosing a notepad and just placing my XML file. Okay, so this is my template of what the XML here. So you give any name to what that particular application. So under Spring tutorial, I'm just writing a template for XML. Okay, so template.xml I'm just using. You replace this with some different name here. So this is my template XML, and every time I'm going to copy paste this, and now I'm creating my own bin here. So you know what is XML? XML is nothing but extended markup language, and it is flexible, where whenever you want to create, you can create your own tag. Okay, you can give any name to that tag, and you assign some value it. तो क्या बन जाता है? XML बन जाता है. For example, if I'm taking the student.xml, so I can write XML like this. So if I'm using my student XML here, okay, so I may use the various data member. So each data member are my uh, the tag. Okay, so if I'm talking about a student as an entity here, so I am going to write a student as a tag here, and looking using closing my student as a tag. So as per my requirement, I'm creating a tag, and I write n number of what tags which is a part of data member. So roll number, name, okay, and the age, okay, then percentage, and inside that I can write any value here. So if I'm using 1 as a roll number, AAA as a name, and 22 as an age. Okay, so all these are data members. So as per my requirement, I can create, and I can save this as a student.xml. So XML is nothing but it is a name value kind of what the persistence object which is responsible for displaying the data and storing the data. XML का काम यही है, डेटा को स्टोर करना और क्या करना, डिस्प्ले करना. Are you getting me? So whenever you are going to create any kind of what the Android based application, so in future, okay, in next year, that subject also I'm going to take, and that Android application I'm using. At that time, we are creating all kind of interface by using a XML there. Okay, and there you are using this XML for designing your interface of Android. Okay, so you may aware with Android programming, but XML is a flexible where you can create any kind of what the application. So remember, XML is nothing but it is a simple extended markup language which is used for storing and displaying the data. That's it. इतना ही काम है. फिर आप उसको अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंट करना है तो यू कैन join your schema. If you want to use this XML for a database, then you are going to define some schema, and you are going to define what kind of data type you are using. It is integer kind, string kind, or float kind, or double kind. Then you are going to add DTD inside the XML. Okay, so structurize XML as a schema here. Are you getting me? If you want to design XML along and give aesthetic look, okay, of the XML data, then in that case, you people are using XMLS. That is a CSS of what the XML. Okay, where you can assign a properties. तो पहले जेसॉन आने के पहले लोग XML ही यूज करते थे, इसलिए यहाँ पे हम इस तरह से काम कर रहे हैं. So if you look at that, whatever I'm going to do here, so if I'm using a student here, and if I want to, because each time the whatever the XML you are creating and the same kind of record you want to place, then you must give a root name as a unique name here. तो अगर आपके पास एक स्टूडेंट है तो ठीक है, आप रोल नंबर लिख सकते हो, ओके, और नेम लिख सकते हो. लेकिन इफ यू हैविंग एन नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट, okay, and you want to create n number of what the record inside the XML, so in that case you people must require the root XML tag, which is a unique in nature, right? So in that case you are going to use a students here, and inside that you are going to create n number of record of what the students here. So this is my student 1, this is my student 2 and student 3 kind of. तो मैं यहाँ पे n number of student क्या कर सकता हूँ, क्रिएट कर सकता हूँ. सो दिस इज माय रोल नंबर 1 स्टूडेंट. तो इसके अंदर मैं n number of students I can create here. Okay, so I'm just copying it and adding a record of what the second student. Okay, and I'm writing this is 2 and BBB and okay, some age is 23 here. Okay, so I can store n number. Existing Oracle data you can convert into XML. Existing your MySQL data you can convert it into XML. तो कोई भी डेटाबेस आप क्रिएट करोगे तो उसके जो फील्ड्स रहते हैं वो टैग में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं जब आप XML को सेव करते हो. So there is a command, every database has a command, export as a XML. Export to XML kind of what the commands are there. Okay, so if you want to convert your existing database into a XML, you are allowed to, and that XML you can open inside a browser. Okay, so it will show the data according. And whenever you are using XML, you should use at least this tag. Okay, where you are saying that you are going to use XML and you are printing those XML value here. So I'm just putting this XML version. What is this UTF? UTF is nothing but, so I'm just putting my students as a XML here. Okay, and if I'm browsing this XML, I'm allowed to browse these like your the way you are browsing your HTML, the same way you can browse your XML, okay, by simply clicking on XML file name here. So I'm choosing a student.xml here, and I can browse this XML inside my browser here. So you can see how the records are get arranged. You came to know these are the two records. Why I'm showing this, because I found that a lot of problems you people are facing to retrieve your Java knowledge here. Okay, यश, तुम्हाला बोलायचं असेल तर प्लीज तुम्ही बाहेर जा, तुम्हाला काहीतरी महत्त्वाचं बोलायचं असेल. Okay, so here let us move to this. So I want to create a bean. So beans is already there. So I want a second bean here. I'm choosing a bean and I can create n number of bean here. So I know the attributes. So I'm going to, you can put the attribute inside or you can create those attributes as a tag. Okay. So there is another style. I'm going to create an attribute inside. So I know my bean name is a student bean, so I'm choosing a student bean. Okay, I just want to use those class, which is the class name here, which is mentioned inside what my example. So if you see, whenever you are using, you are supposed to create a class here. So instead of copying and pasting, because we are keeping a template.xml, we are not going to keep the information or data type which you are actually using here. So let me show, and I'm writing a class. I know my class is student.java and I know where it is located. So I have to write the whole path. So what is this com.here? Com.here is my folder. Okay, and inside that my student class is available. So I'm just using the class name and I'm calling this as a student bin. As per your requirement, you are giving any name to here, because you are referring this student class as a student bin here. Are you getting it? तो इस क्लास को आप कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हो. इस क्लास को मैं क्या नाम दूं? Okay, so kind of things you can use. And now I want to use a property. So whatever data member I have, I'm going to use those property as a data member here. So I'm going to give a name of what the property. So I know the name of my property is a name itself. Okay, so that is a student name. So what I have defined inside that, if it is a S name, then I have to write S name, but I'm keeping a name age as a property here. So in bin.xml, I'm writing my property name and you can assign a value to it here. Okay, so I'm writing a value as a Sukiram. Okay, as per my common name frequently which I'm using. So property name, and then I'm writing a name equal to age. Another property which name is age, and then I write a value as a 22. Okay, it is a numeric value which I use here. So this is my property. Okay, and I define these two property. Okay, name, age, and the value which I'm showing here. Okay, so if you see XML file, so all those name, value properties are available here, and each time you are going to close this property. So I'm closing this property as well as I'm closing this property. So I'm saving it. So it is a numeric. Let me check. Even though it is numeric, I have to put inside the double quotes here. Okay, so it is numeric and it is a string kind of property. So my class is ready. My bin.xml is ready. So let me show some error here also. So I'm going to create a class, and that is a test class here. So I'm just clicking on third step. So after creating XML file, so if you look at these steps, okay, so we are going to create. So it's a sample copy of XML file I'm using this here. So this is my sample copy of XML. So गलती से पढ़ाई किया तो आपको यहाँ से भी आप उठा सकते हो. Okay, so I'm just using this sample copy of my XML, that is a template XML here. Okay, I'm just copying it and pasting it here inside the node. So I have created, so this is my template of XML here, and you are supposed to use this XML while creating the while creating any bin objects. So I'm going to use this and creating a test class. So now my test class is available here, and I'm writing the test class here. So you may write string practical one here. Okay, and I'm using public static void main because I'm going to create my entire application of Spring here. Please pay attention. So there are two way of IOC container. So let me explain this, and those two containers are there. If you see the IOC container, two type of container are there. Okay, the first container is a bin factory. You are going to use a bin factory container, which is obsolete now. Okay, ये obsolete हो गया है, and you are not supposed to use this, but people may ask at the time of what the Viva. Okay, external are coming, so you may Viva may taken be take by the external examiner. Okay, so a lot of changes are there. So अच्छे दिन चले गए अभी. So you have to prepare yourself. So people may ask what is IOC container. So you give a full form and what different type of IOC container the Spring has. Then you give a name as a bin factory and application contacts. Okay, so it's a 3-line code, and you are just calling the bin factory object and mentioning which bin you have, and just you are calling the respective method of that. So I'm going to create the resource object. So if I'm using a resource here, so whenever you are using a bin factory, then you are supposed to create a resource object. So I'm creating a resource object, so it's asking for the respective library. Unless and until if your reference library are not installed properly, it won't give the importing messages of what your resource file. So if you look at that, this is the import resource org Spring Framework core, which is taken from a reference library. If it is not available, then there is a something happen in your installation process. So you just close it, your entire application, and repeat these steps again. ये मिलना ही चाहिए. अगर नहीं मिलता है, initially you people make having some trouble to install this kind of front end. So I know I'm storing the entire information in my XML class. So I'm creating an object called as a new class, and if you don't know the name, so you just press control space bar. It will provide you the list of what the class. So he's looking for a resources path class where that class is stored. So my class name, XML class name is nothing but a beans.xml. So I supposed to write the name of what that class. So I'm writing my name of that class, and that is beans.what the XML here. Okay, so I'm using this bean.xml. So this is my bean.xml class. So once I create the resource, so I'm mentioning that you are referring whatever the beans available here, you are going to refer that beans resource XML from here. Okay, are you getting me? So after creating a resources, I'm using my bin factory to call a bin. Okay, so where I will get the bin factory here. So I need the student object bin, and that bin I'm going to use here as a application part here. So when you are using this kind of what the class, then you are going to create object of what the bin factory here, where those beans are stored. We are saying that our beans are stored under beans.xml. Rather, I am having only a single bean. I can put n number of beans. We are going to learn inheritance. We are going to learn polymorphism in Spring environment, which we are actually doing. So there are 5 different practicals we are going to do in this Spring environment. And in exam also, people are replacing student with employee. If they are giving an inheritance kind of what the example, the people will ask for inheritance like person and student. Okay, so person is a base class and student is an inherited class. That knowledge. Okay, so such kind to look at. So this is a bin factory. You can call this as a factory here. So once you use a bin factory, again you require a class where you are supposed to tell where your bin factory exists. So I'm choosing XML bin factory object here, and this is my resources where the informations are there. So it's putting a slash here because it's absolute now. We are using another part that is called as application contacts. Okay, but even though my university is allowing me, is telling me to take this kind of what example. Sir, so, so here we are using a factory, and I'm creating my XML resources. So I'm using a student object student, okay, and I'm calling a bin factory. So I'm choosing a factory here, and there is a method called as a get bin here. So in that get bin, I supposed to write my bin name, and that is a student bin. I'm writing a student bin here, okay, and I need to do a typecasting because my factory may contain a different kind of what object. So I have to use a typecasting here. So I'm choosing a student typecasting here. So if you look at that, then there is a student bin, and then I'm going to use my student object and the method. So there is a display information method which I already defined here, student.java. Okay, and what are the values? The values are nothing but the Sukhiram, and age is 22. So that value I initialize with the bin XML. So I'm testing my practical one right now by clicking here. So it's going to show some error or not, depends. So let me show, क्योंकि as I told you error अच्छे हैं. अगर error नहीं मिलते तो हमें क्या करना है समझ में नहीं आएगा. So it's giving me that it's not getting a class bin factory XML because the position of my bin XML is not inside this source. So I'm just putting my bin XML here, okay, inside what my library is. So I'm running again, okay, and I'm just running my application again, not on server, on the Java application here. So it's going to print, still it is not there. So I'm just inside the bin XML. Yeah, it's not inside the com array. You should put inside the source here. So let me run this again. Yeah, great. So it's giving me output name equal to Sukhiram and age equal to 22. This is a practical which I run right now. So you are supposed to do this practical from Tuesday onwards, and we are going to add 4 more practicals there where we are covering the map set and all other stuff. So what we are doing, what kind of practical we are going to do, I will take a more 2-3 minutes. Okay, so these are the practicals we are going to do by using dependency injection and the constructor injection, and the number of practicals are I'm going to show you. This is a practical number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 which contain mapping, which contain a listing, which contain जो भी आपने जावा में मैपिंग और इसके ऊपर जो एप्लीकेशन प्रैक्टिकल किए वही हम स्प्रिंग में रिपीट करेंगे. Okay, by using Springman. So I'm stopping here. So thanks for listening. We will complete this practical in next class. So before that, let me take the attendance. Okay, so anyone can help me to take the attendance. कौन है भाई यहाँ पे?
सर मैं करता हूँ इन ऑनलाइन
हाँ
लेक्चर.
ठीक है. यहाँ पे मैं ऑनलाइन नहीं करना है, ऑफलाइन करना है. ऑफलाइन की बात.
ओके ओके.
ऑनलाइन वाला कैप्चर कर लो एंड देन सेंड अक्रॉस मी. अभी मैं इसको ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ. 1 मिनट. मैम बाहर खड़ी है, गुस्से से देगी. 1 मिनट.